Hello, everybody. My name is Dante. I'm here in Guatemala. I've just arrived here. Well, I've been here many times before. It's my home. That isn't where I'm from. um, so I just wanted to start to share more videos, and one thing I'm really passionate about is astrology, divination, and different forms of just consulting these guides that give us synchronicity, and all of this is about how we extract meaning from it. And I'm by no means an expert in these forms of astrology, though I have been studying Western astrology for about 6 years here and there, nothing too formal, just my own studies in it. So I'm not claiming to be an expert, I just love to share, and hopefully this reaches people. But we're not even going to start with a Western astrology, we're going to start with the Mayan dream spell. Um, and there's actually two Mayan calendars I work with. One's the channeled version from Jose Arguelles that we'll start with because we started a new cycle yesterday, and cycles in this Mayan calendar last 13 days. So we started a cycle of Blue Storm, and Blue Storm is about catalyzing self-generation. Blue Storm is like this cleansing process that brings things to the surface, shakes things up a little bit, and leaves you in this kind of open, clear space. Storms are like a storm that comes, a thunderstorm that comes. It can be very unexpected. It can be very uh, in its shadow side. It can be shaky, scary, but in its can but in its full power, a storm comes to bring this electrical charge to the earth. It brings these negative ions that leave the area feeling clear, leave this open space. So storm generates this powerful energy. So in this 13-day cycle, it's kind of about following the flow of the unexpected, being in that process of generating your own energy and letting that clear you out. Um, so it's a very good cycle to start this energy. And this year is also a blue storm year. So blue storm, this is like a double blue storm energy we just stepped into. So it's a lot of catharsis, a lot of clearing, and be present with that. Understand that unexpected things can come up at this time. There can be a lot of sudden shakes and tremors, and it's a good thing because it's bringing you to find that power to generate your own energy. Today, the second day in this dream spell is yellow lunar sun, kind of a paradox, a lunar sun. And the days always come with this little key that connects us with the energy. So today is I polarize in order to enlighten, stabilizing life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of free will. So great. Sundays are about that enlightenment. Sundays are about realizing the power of that sun is just this unconditional love, this universal fire that gives us life. Um, and so this is a powerful day to stabilize life, and guided by the energy of human, it's important to honor the power of our free will today. The human influence is free will. And on top of this energy, we can look at the other Mayan calendar, which is the calendar that the local Mayans here in Guatemala have been passing down for centuries. And in that calendar, today is 8 Ik, and is that right? No, Ik, Ish, yeah, Ish is the jaguar, and jaguar is like the shaman, the shapeshifter. Jaguars can be very deep, sensual. This is a good day to be with the feminine energy because the jaguar represents the feminine energy that's in this receptive mode, bringing forth this energy that brings about magic and transformation. And 8 is the energy of infinity, of infinite potential, of the endlessness. And today is not only 8 at Mayan calendar, it's an 8-day numerologically as well. So we have that 8 energy playing out on both levels. So this is a good day to really be present with the abundance that's infinite, that because you are infinitely abundant, and 8 carries that energy. And moving on to the Western astrology, we have just moved into Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, this bearer of truth, um, kind of warrior, courageous spirit, fire energy is with us now. And what's what is most interesting now today, the moon in Libra um, is coming to meet Jupiter in Libra. They'll meet in a couple hours. I'm not sure exactly when. So moon conjunct Jupiter will bring about an expansion of your emotional body, and it will be in this area of love and relationships, um, balance that Libra brings about. So know that those areas of your life may expand a little bit today, and be open to that expansion. Just let yourself be present with what brings you pleasure. It doesn't have to be a sensual kind of pleasure. It's just the pleasure of life, the good things, artistry. And we also have, what was that? Yeah, Venus is going to meet Pluto. And so actually in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn is this energy of reaching for that high perspective, climbing the mountain like a mountain goat, and really Capricorn can be very authoritative. It rules authority and hierarchical structures, and Pluto in Capricorn is bringing about a purging of that that's taking place on the planet right now. It may not seem that way, but it's all part of it. Pluto will soon retrograde, so there's going to be even more of that energy. And Venus meeting that is um, Pluto in Capricorn can also deal with some kind of, Pluto's transforming us, so it can transform our relationship to money and power and authority that Capricorn can sometimes represent. Venus coming to meet that is kind of also adding on to that some level of how we relate on a more personal level to those themes, how those themes play out in our relationships, in our day-to-day lives, what brings us pleasure and joy. And so all of this is kind of like we're going to get a direct square between the moon and Jupiter are going to square Pluto and Venus. So there can be this kind of a conflict that comes up as Jupiter and the moon are going to want us to expand in this just pleasure, balance, relationships, relating to people, being with our friends, and then Venus and Pluto and Capricorn are kind of on the opposite end of that spectrum. It can a lot of this can actually bring up a lot of sense of lack, the Pluto and Capricorn, like, oh, there's not enough, got to keep going. And so that dichotomy is kind of there, and knowing that you can find that place in your heart, and looking at where this pops up in your chart, especially if you have any signs that are cardinal, can be very helpful for you. So I hope that allows you to create meaning out of this inherently meaningless universe in a very positive way, and I wish you the best of days from Lago de Atitlan, Guatemala.